Yo, so what's good, fam? My bad. It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. My bad, I got caught up in watching Blade. This is probably my thousand plus time watching Blade. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. And this is actually Blade 2. I always watch Blade 1, then watch Blade 2. The rest of them, kind of iffy on them, but I love this, the whole Blade saga. I do believe that Blade, the movie, has been the savior of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I don't care what nobody else say. If it wasn't a Blade, we may not have the Avengers and all them other great movies that we have today. It still is going to reign in my top 3 of favorite all-time movies. My man Wesley Snipes did his thing. I can't wait till the new Blade comes out, but time will tell. Anyway, this is another episode of What's in My Bag, because today is June 2nd, 2021, Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. So I'm going to take a break from watching my man Blade and share with you guys what's in my bag. Alright, so before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Snapple for creating one of the greatest drinks of all time. This Snapple Apple, it is the bomb. I love it. Shout out to my daughter Dominica for buying me a case of Snapple. I be looking for them deliveries now. Every time I come home, I'm looking for either a mail call where I got some books in the mail, or my daughter dropping off me a case of Snapple Apple. Either way, hope to see you soon. Love y'all, twins. But alright, so we're going to start off this week's What's in My Bag. We're going to start with DC Comics, Batman number 109 by James Tynion IV. And yeah, I am loving the artwork on these books. This is I hate this particular cover, but this inside artwork is dope as I don't know what. It signifies Batman. I guess this is what I've come to know for the Batman comics books that I've been reading. But yeah, to keep this video kind of moving along, I ain't gonna go too deep into everything on it. But this is Batman 109. I've been reading. I switched over from Detective Comics and I started reading the Batman series because of Clown Hunter and Punchline and all the new people that have been coming into the DC. Into Gotham, so to speak, not just the DC universe, but the new characters. So I've been digging that. Next up is Justice League 62. This is by Brian Michael Bendis, and I started reading this one. I picked up 61 last week because my girl Naomi. That's one of the new characters that I'm loving. Really digging her, and they're on her home planet, so things are getting buck wild. But I definitely want to keep up with her story because I think she's going to be a prolific character in the DC universe, as is most characters that Brian Michael Bendis, shout out to him for creating. So he creates some pretty dope characters. If you don't know of other ones, he created the Riri Williams character Ironheart. He created Miles Morales, the hottest character in comics right now in my opinion. So hopefully Naomi for DC, she kind of picks up some steam and we get some great storytelling with her story as well. Next up, DC Comics Suicide Squad. This is number 4, and on the cover you see Amanda Waller getting hemmed up by the Red X, and that's crazy because Amanda Waller don't play no games like that. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a quick sneak peek into what's going on. This is Peacemaker. And if you remember in one of my other vlogs, I talk about him and his interaction with Superboy, and Superboy ready to put that work to him. He actually, in the next issue that I read, he actually knocked Superboy out. So that kind of gives you a little bit of credence to his power, the Peacemaker character. But check him out in the new movie, Suicide Squad, played by John Cena. So shout them out for that. Next up is DC Comics, the next Batman, Second Son. This is number 3 of 4. It's a 4-issue series, and it's written by John Ridley. If you don't know who John Ridley is he's a great writer. He wrote some stuff for DC, The Other Universe. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. DC's The Other Universe. He did the Black Lightning one, and I think he did a couple of other ones. But anyway, that's where the name first stuck into my head. He's going to be writing for Marvel the new Black Panther series that's going to be coming out, and that's what my little placeholder was showing you guys. But I look forward to it. I love his writing so far. I love, the kind of direction, the kind of mindset that he has. So we're going to see what he does with the Black Panther character. Hopefully a little bit more than he's doing with the next Batman. Not that it's bad, but I'm ready to see, instead of the family turmoil, I'm ready to see the next Batman, really do some work and put in some work, getting some people straight, getting that straightening out, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is the issue where a lot of secrets are supposed to come out. I guess that's what's signified by, whoever that is. I don't know if that's the father on the stand or who that is, but I'm gonna also give you guys a sneak peek into the artwork on the inside, just in case, Like I said, it's been a pretty great series so far. I'm really digging it. Think you guys will love it too. So pick that up from your LCS. Next up is from DC Comics as well, number 3, Green Lantern. Green Lantern number 3, said that backwards. But this book is by Jeffrey Thorne, and if you don't remember, I talked about him in a previous episode where he's the guy that was on In the Heat of the Night. Back in the day when I was like a younger kid, me and my grandfather used to watch In the Heat of the Night, and he played, I can't remember the officer's name that he played, but he played the young police officer on there. I love that show, still love it to this day. If it comes on, I'm definitely going to watch it. But he's evolved and he's no longer acting, but he's a writer now. And his work has been dope so far. He's been doing a lot of different projects, but this is his latest one. And the artwork is by Tom Rainey and Marco Santucci. And yeah, I'm going to show you all the artwork because it's beautiful. I'm loving this. So I think I'm gonna have another artist that's on my favorites list. I like this artwork a lot. I like the colors that they've used. Let's see who the colorist is. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find out more about the individuals that wrote this, but or that created this book. Michael Atayak on colors. So yeah, anyway, he chose some dope colors. I'm really digging this book. And this is the cardstock cover, variant cover. They got Green Lantern Joe Mullen on it, Sojourner Mullen on the cover. And I don't know her name yet, but I saw her on the Green Lantern #1. That was one of the things that made me want to pick it up. Of course, Joe Mullen is on there as well, but I'm going to find out because she looks like a dope-ass character. Love when the sisters get together. So, yeah. Same book, just different cover. Still dealing with John Stewart. As I flip through it quickly. Okay. I had to get all the way to this last page to see Joe Mullen. But yeah, so man, I'm just thinking how dope it would be for a Green Lantern movie with John Stewart and Joe Mullen, Sojourner Mullen, in the movie, along with whoever this beautiful young lady is here. I think that'll be hella dope. So hopefully we can root for that. Hopefully DC kind of catches on and really puts more into it as far as like showing that diversity that like how Marvel is doing. But anyway, yeah. So all right. So moving right along, I'm gonna go to DC's Black Label. This is another book by James Tynion IV. Artwork by Martinez Bueno, and this is The Nice House on the Lake #1. This is the debut issue, and yeah, it's a horror thriller. I guess it's a horror thriller comic, but I think we all have been waiting for this one. This is something that's been anticipated, and people have been pretty excited about this book and have been talking about it. I read an interview in another book with Mr. James Tynion and the fourth, and he was saying a little bit about it, about the book. I think it was based in Milwaukee or somewhere like that, but he was saying that people from that area are gonna see some things and gonna be like, wow, that's not in this area. That's not something that exists here. But he's doing it on purpose, just to twist the story and to pull you in, because it's something that I think in the end is not going to be what you think it is. But this is the cover one. I hate this particular cover, but you know, that's just me. This is the other cover, and I missed out on getting any variants today. I love this cover. This is dope as hell. I think this cover is one of the things that attracted my attention. This person, I don't know if it's a man or a lady, that's out in the lake. Looks like everybody else is at the house partying, and she's in a lake of bones. So, you know, that don't catch your attention. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like I was saying, I missed out on getting any variants. I had to, you know, we had a job to do earlier this morning, so I wasn't able to hit my comic book store when they opened up, when everybody was coming in. So I missed out on that, but it is what it is. So yeah, I missed out on being able to pick up my variants like I normally do at Emerald City Comics. Shout out to the gang in Emerald City Comics, my man Frank, my man AJ, the beautiful Miss Monica, who I called her yesterday and I said, hey, I need these books. They're not on my pull list. Can you put them on my pull list real quick? I'm not going to be in time to grab them. So she did a great job of grabbing the books that I didn't have prepared already, and she put them in my box, and you know, I'm happy with that. That's what's able for me to have this nice little stack, because I would have missed out. It's very integral when you're a serious collector and you want certain covers that, you know, you just got to get there when they open up, you know. So either that or you got to order and you got to jump through a lot of other hoops. I'm very happy that Emerald City Comics, you know, looks out for me the way they do, and helps me grow my collection. We all evolving, so shout out to them. I appreciate you. Adam, you thought I forgot about you. Nah, bro, I got you. My main man, Adam, he always looks out for me. If I'm not calling Frank, I'm calling Adam. I'm texting him, and I say, hey, man, you know, I need this cover, or you got this, or you got that. And he goes out of his way above and beyond. Neil, give my man a raise. Yeah, I love my man. I love my people there. So, you know, shout out to Emerald City Comics. But moving right along, next up is American Knights by Marvel Comics, and this is another segue from The Heroes Reborn. I said a segue. This is another connecting book to the Heroes Reborn series, and this is looking pretty interesting because with his history, Luke Cage is now a police officer. So that's, you know, if you know his history, you know where he started, and for him to get to that point, that's going to be a definitely interesting thing. It's also because everything has been scrambled with the Heroes Reborn series. So some people who were not here or were heroes or not, it's all over the place. So I'm interested in checking that book out. That's probably going to be something I definitely read before I go to bed, just to see where they are with that. Checking out my man Luke Cage. Yeah, and so speaking of Luke Cage, from Emerald City Comics, they're deep. I'm telling you, they're deep with back issues. I just picked up this Luke Cage Power Man number 19. This is the first appearance of Cottonmouth. I picked that up from Emerald City Comics this week too, or over the weekend rather. But I picked up 2 copies of this and happy to have it in my collection. I'm trying to get into collecting a lot of Luke Cage stuff as well. So, you know, I got the one with Black Mariah, and I'm going to go through and find some other villains' first appearances and everything. So, you know, Emerald City's the spot to collect. So moving right along, I picked up Iron Fist number 6, and it has Okoye on the cover because she's going to be in this book, and she's supposedly going to pick up the Iron Fist or the Fire Fist. I don't even know what it is that she has, but she's going to have some superpowers that she's picking up. Okoye has always been a dope-ass character. She's the general of the Dora Milaje. So I'm glad to see that she's getting some shine. That she can also be found in Agents of Wakanda as well. It's like another sub-series that she's the leader of the Agents of Wakanda. So it's a really good look for her. I'm glad that she's going to be doing a spinoff. Hopefully she's going to get her own book real soon, because if she does, especially with the announcement of World of Wakanda coming out, the Ryan Coogler spinoff that's going to be on Disney Plus. So I'm happy to see that. So hopefully they pubbing her up the right way. Next up is the Immortal Hulk number 47 by Marvel Comics. And I'm picking this one up simply because of the cover. The cover is dope as hell. My man Green is going at it with all the Avengers. You know, he got Iron Man on the ropes or halfway knocked out. Thor is asleep. Captain Marvel looks like she's asleep. She-Hulk looks like she's asleep. And he finna choke Captain America out. The only two people that's still hanging with him are the brothers. My man Blade and Black Panther, my two favorite characters other than Brother Voodoo. That's all they need is Brother Voodoo to pop up somewhere. But anyway, this is a beautiful cover. This is, let's see if I can find out who did the cover real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you in a later episode who did the cover, but it's by Al Ewing. Is the writer on this one. The Immortal Hulk series has been really, really dope. I've been picking up these sporadically simply because of the cover. They're the covers that come out. Some of them are really, really dope, and I just want to have them in my collection. So that's why I picked up that one. I don't even know what the story is about, what's going on with it at this point. I have heard a lot of people say that it's a really great story. It's really dope, and it's a great read. And if you're not reading it, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I heard people say that before, but anyway, so that's why I picked up the Immortal Hulk, number 47. Next up, from Black Mask, we got Everfrost. This is the first issue, and I don't know too much about it, but a sister out in the Arctic in the cold like that, she got to be serious. So I see some ice dragons or some space dragons in the background. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be an interesting read. And on the back it says, if a planet could bleed, I will leave a ring of blood in orbit as my exit punctuation. I don't know what that means exactly, but that sounds serious. I don't know. But if a planet could bleed, I will leave a ring of blood in orbit as my exit punctuation. Is that, can we get things that Galactus would say for 100? I don't know. That's dope. But anyway, we're going to see what this book is about. I'll give y'all a real quick sneak peek at the artwork. See if y'all dig that. But, you know, I'm going to read it, find out what's going on with it to see if we, this is going to probably be in my 2 in review when it gets to number 2. All right, so last up, for my pickups this week is the most anticipated book that I had been waiting for, and this is Basilisk number 1, and this is from Boom Studios. It's written by Cullen Bunn. He did Bone Parish and a couple other things. I really dig him as a writer. I've loved his work. I guess in the last couple of years is when I found out about him. I think it started off with Bone Parish. The artwork is by Jonathan Scarrett, and this is like a supernatural story. It's a supernatural thriller. And the young lady on the cover, her name is Regan. I'm going to tell you, this is how anticipated this book has been. There's a bunch of covers out. I wasn't able, like I said before, I wasn't able to get into my local comic book shop, Emerald City Comics in Clearwater, Florida. I wasn't able to get in to get the variants like I normally would. But I got a couple. I got 2 different covers here. So, but anyway, this is how anticipated I have been about this book. I've read it already, so I'm just getting home making this video, and the young lady on the cover, her name is Regan, and Regan, and she's going along about her minding her own business, and she is accosted by a young lady named Hannah who takes her captive. And once she takes her captive, it's like she's trying to get revenge for something that happened before when Reagan was with a group of people, and all chaos breaks loose. So I'm not going to tell too deeply into the story. The story starts off where these individuals come walking down from these mountains, and they come upon a community, and all hell breaks loose. Chaos happens. So it's a great book. I'm loving the artwork, and think pretty dope artwork. It's very nice, clean. I really like clean books. That's one of the things that I like about comics, is when they're clean and You could really, see the dialogue bubbles. Everything's not jumbled up, and you're not trying to figure out, does it go across or does it go down? Now, a lot of people complain about that with reading comic books. They're like, how do you know which one to go to next? And if you're not a comic book reader, then sometimes it can be a little confusing. But anyway, yeah, this is a really, really dope book. I can't wait to see what happens. And as you see, she has a veil over her eyes. Not sure if you know the history of what a basilisk is. So do your research, take heed of the veil, and you will see a little insight into this book. I've read number 1. I can't wait for number 2. It seems like this is going to be a hitter. This is going to be a number 1 book coming out. So yeah, that is Basilisk number 1. And I'll keep this one. This was my reader copy, and already bagged and boarded this one. And this is the other cover that I was referring to. I may put the other covers, somewhere over here, like here, so you guys can check those out. But yeah, if you are trying to find something to read, and you're tired of you don't really dig the regular superhero comic books, this is a really dope comic book. That's one thing about the independents such as Boom and Image. It's not so much based on the typical superheroes, DC heroes, Spider-Man, Superman, all of that kind of stuff. They're regular stories, but they're regular people that have supernatural powers, but it's not in like the vein of, I'm a hero and I'm coming to save the day type thing. It's a really great story. Like I said, it's something that I've been waiting on. Very, very happy to finally have read it, and I wasn't disappointed. So yeah, you guys need to check that out. Before I get out of here, what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys what, in my opinion, are the top covers of the week. So let's see. Real quickly. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to say Basilisk, the cover is really dope. This is my runner-up for cover of the week. Coming in at number 3 is Nice House, The Nice House on the Lake by James Tynion. This is a DC Black Label comic. That is number 3. And number 2 by DC is Green Lantern number 3 with Sir Journal Mullen, the Green Lantern. And I'm going to find out what that sister's name. I'm going to read these today, so I'll know exactly who she is. But this is a really dope cover. Any cover that got sisters on it, I'm going to love that. And I love the colors. They look so, brown and green look so good together. So anyway, but yeah, that's my number 2 pick. And my number 1 pick was this cover of the Immortal Hulk, Mr. Green, number 47. And this is I picked this solely up because of the cover. I haven't been reading the story, haven't been following the series. I picked up a previous Immortal Hulk because of the cover. Whoever's been doing these covers, I gotta find out, pay more attention to that. And yeah, because like I say, I picked these up just for the cover. Got Blade and Black Panther on the cover with it. Can't do no wrong with that. Do what you do, Green. So those are my top 3 covers of the week. This has been my episode of What's in My Bag. I appreciate you guys for joining me. If anybody out there has any clout with Snapple, please let them know. Hey, send me an endorsement or something, because it ain't even, I ain't gonna say they ain't got to pay me, because anytime you get paid is good. But we can negotiate something where I'm getting Snapple Apple on a weekly basis. So it's the greatest drink that's out right now for me. Anyway, this is another episode of Evolutionary Comics. Continue to evolve, because we do this for the people. Holla at your boy. It's your man Jay, and I'm out.